Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633 back with another Transformers review. Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Premier Edition Voyager class Nitro Zeus. Now this is actually a pretty cool figure that we even got a hold of here, since this particular design is pretty much based on the KSI boss mold that was seen from the Age of Extinction movie. Now that particular character did not make it into the toy line, but it's nice that we even got this particular design in toy form. For those who want to customize, it's pretty easy since we're actually going to take a look more closely at the figure, why it's a lot easier to actually customize, but it's nice that we even got a basis of design if you wanted to make a KSI boss. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box. The box is in the standard Voyager class scale. It has the picture of the different head from Nitro Zeus, so it's nice that we, I guess, got the different head, but it is weird that the head sculpt is different. And on the back it shows that he transfers in 35 steps, meaning it's a little bit more complicated than some of the other figures. And the other figure in the way with him is Scorn. Now we're going to take a look at their articulation points. The head is actually a headmaster, and this is what I mean by it's a lot easier to customize. Because this piece is a separate piece, it's a lot easier to make a new head to attach there, so it does help with customizers. Now this particular head does not transform into any robot since it is just a static headpiece, but it's nice that they have that included. Now we're going to look at the articulation points. It has the standard kind of head sculpt articulation that we've seen from the Titan Masters, so it's nice that we have some kind of articulation there. He has ratchets at the shoulders, a little bit of movement there, and it can bend a little bit more due to transformation, but it does break up a bit. And his shoulder armor is articulated. Swivels at the elbows, single joints as well there, and hand can pivot a bit due to transformation. He does not have any waist articulation, but he has ratchets at the hips, swivels at the thighs, just about 90 degrees at the elbow, and feet can pivot due to transformation a bit as well. The back pieces are also a bit articulated, but I don't really count these since it is just a part of the movement there. What's cool about this figure is that he does have this really interesting looking crossbow kind of style weapon there. This piece can bend outwards and inwards a bit due to transformation, and other than that it's pretty much a static piece there. This actual Gatling gun can actually slide in, then that's mainly due to transformation, so if you wanted to go ahead and just have him like a regular hand with no other gimmicks there, you can, but we're actually going to keep that in there because we're actually going to go to the transformation in 1 minute. As a comparison, here is Nitro Zeus next to Megatron. So he does scale in nicely with the only other Decepticon that I actually currently own, but it's nice that we got another large-scale figure released in the line. Now, we're just going to go ahead and quickly go through the transformation and look at his jet mode. Now we got Nitro Zeus in his vehicle. Now this transformation is actually quite annoying, and a lot of areas just don't like to stay in very well when you actually form it between the two forms, but it is a pretty interesting kind of transformation. It's got a lot of intricate designs in terms of the transformation scheme, and I think it turned out pretty good otherwise. He does actually have a landing gear. That obviously doesn't work, it is just a static piece, but it does allow the jet mode to actually stand up properly. He has these kind of missile pod things that can plug in at the bottom here. So that's nice that you can actually have a little bit more armed up if you wish to, since he is a Decepticon. The cockpit also does open, so it allows you to actually put in a Titan Master. I actually don't have one on hand right now, but it does have the ability to attach a Titan Master in there. So it's nice that we actually got a pretty decent looking figure, even if the transformation is kind of annoying. In conclusion, if you're a fan of Decepticons, I think this is definitely a pretty decent figure to get a hold of. If you're actually trying to get a unique Transformers experience, I think this particular figure does the job pretty well, since it does have some pretty interesting and unique transformation schemes, especially for a Movieverse toy, although it is a bit annoying. And, as for those who saw at the beginning of the transformation, some parts like to pop up quite a bit, especially during the actual backpack transformation, since I've never been able to actually get that done properly without those little turbine pieces keep popping up, and I find that very annoying. But overall, I still think this is a pretty cool figure, and if you're a fan of the design, then I can easily say this is a pretty recommended figure. Due to how the Last Night toys are selling, it's kind of hard to find these in stores, especially since the earlier stocks are pretty much just shelf forming on store shelves, but your best bet is to check the online retailers. I actually happened to pick this up on Amazon, since he has popped up quite a bit in the last couple weeks for him actually in stock. So that's really nice that I guess there is some stock going around, although it is kind of a pain to actually collect this line due to the distribution being an absolute mess. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also check out Twitter, Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. Now back with more Transformers reviews. For now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.